only fuck with thick hoe, white hoe, let's go. Hey, that's one type though. We was having sex, now she tryna burn hoe. Yeah, tell her, yeah, ooh, yeah. She don't wanna have fun, so just let her. She don't wanna have, yeah, hey, don't hate her, don't be a, yeah, wait. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. And I only fuck with rich hoes, yeah. White hoe, yeah, let's go, yeah. White hoe, yeah, let's go, ooh, wait. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. Black hoe, yeah, let's go, yeah. Black hoe, yeah, let's go. And I only fuck with rich hoes, and I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. White hoe, let's go, yeah. White hoe, yeah, let's go, yeah. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. Black hoe, yeah, let's go, black hoe, yeah, let's go. She just need a nigga with a check though, yeah. Moving too slow, move to the left, moving too slow, move to the left, yeah. Hurry up, we hopping on this jet though, and I only fuck with that hoe. I'm a skinny nigga, you see these tight clothes, piped up, yeah, I'm pipe hoe. Come and get piped for the night hoe. Designer drugs and I need some ice hoe. A lot of hoes, yeah, I need some cargo. Fucking when you're Cardi, you get high hoe. You ride too slow, are you high hoe? Yeah, are you high hoe? Come and sit on drink, pop some pill, come get high hoe. We be on that jet, we so hot, we on fly mode. I be flashing on these links, pop, but they pie mode. With my eyes closed, I'm on bang bro. I got hella hoes, yeah, got that nasty flow, she get nasty though. And I only fuck with rich hoes, and I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. White hoe, let's go, yeah. White hoe, yeah, let's go, yeah. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. And I only fuck with dead hoes, yeah. Black hoe, yeah, let's go, black hoe, yeah, let's go. And I only fuck with dead hoe, and I only fuck with rich hoe. White hoe, yeah, let's go, white hoe, let's go. Yeah, so to let go, she don't wanna let go. Let her hair go, flying in that rain roll. Hold her, let go. Oh, your boy can't control. Let me control. Let me control. When you want these pill hoe, you gon' feel though. Let go, feel, let go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, on the trip, man, I put her on that ass. Let her trip though, bitch, I'm a blast. Never trip hoe. Pills, drink, everything on me like a pimp hoe. Bitch wanna fuck with young Cardi, I'm on flip mode. Bitch, I have it. You can hear it now. Bitch, I'm smashing. Got them mad now. Cause I'm happy. You can hear it now. Bitch, I'm smashing. On this state, hoe, they red, bro. She wanna fuck. Tell her, come on, let go. Tell her, come on, let go. Shit, let go. Let go, let go. Only for it. Hoe, yeah, and that bitch super thick, let go, shit, got a big, super big, let go, hey.
This is your favorite podcast on the internet, Stoked Info. Yeah, I am your host, Newspaper Nick, as always, and to my left is
T-Breeze, high like 500 degrees, man. Let's go, man.
Let's go, man. Let's go ahead and get into the show, man.
Yeah, man.
The name of today's episode is Sir, Are You Dead? Obviously, if you're listening right now, you are alive. You've made it to see another day. Congratulations.
And we're not talking about you, so
Obviously.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and tell them what we got on the bill today, T-Breed.
So today we're gonna be talking about the NBA draft. We're gonna be talking about this new, well, not new,
This class of rookies.
yeah, class of rookies. You know, how did the NBA draft turn out this past week? You know, who won, who lost. You know, typical turning heads. We're gonna talk about it. We're also gonna talk about Trump's immigration policy and the shit show that has become.
You know I had to press the button.
It's fine. It's good. It's good. And then we're gonna talk about the BET Awards, and that's currently going on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 Central. So we're gonna be talking about that and some of the major categories that people will be keeping an eye out for tonight. And for our topic today, which as we foreshadowed in our title of the show, we'll be talking about the social media mental rot, and have we been desensitized due to social media?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah, man. But for right now, this draft, man. Yeah,
Let's
man.
talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
I watched the entire draft myself. I think I only missed like maybe 20. I don't even say 20 minutes. No, I'd say about a good solid 15 minutes. It was in between. I had something to go take care of real quick. But man, the first round, in my opinion, was very textbook. It was very normal. Like I said, like what happened. Like what people expected to happen. DeAndre Ayton went first.
To the Phoenix Suns.
Exactly. Everyone said it was going to be between Marvin Bagley, Jaren Jackson, or Trae Young, who was going to go second. Obviously, Bagley, the third, he got that one. Followed by Dunkic from Slovenia. He went third to the Hawks, and the Memphis Grizzlies came in with the 4th pick, and they picked up Jaren Jackson from Michigan State, a power forward.
Right.
Now, one thing I found interesting when I was sitting there watching the draft was that they all had they talked about what each team needed. You know, do they need role players? Do they need a defense? Do they need a center? Do they need a power forward? Do they need a shooting guard? What does each team need? It was like 2 teams that had me tripping when they it was Memphis, and I think it was Atlanta. And I'm from Memphis, so I definitely I was a little offended, but I was like, I can't even get mad because the shit is true. I think they said Memphis needed like role players. They needed like role players and like I think an identity.
Damn.
Yeah, like they have nobody that like Memphis is in the.
I'm about to say an identity.
Yeah, Memphis had like one of the worst records this past season. Like I think behind they right in front of maybe the Hawks and maybe another. I can't remember the team. Probably the Bobcats most likely. But
I ain't saying the Bobcats.
Yeah, come on, Mike. What you doing, Mike? It's like you putting money into a team and it's not doing anything. What's going on?
The Hornets now, fool.
Yeah. The Hornets now. So see, that's my point. I don't need. It's like no point in keeping up. Yeah, they made it to the playoffs. I think one time in the last maybe 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I was in high school last time they made it to the playoffs.
They was definitely still the Bobcats when that.
Yeah. Now they the Hornets. You took New Orleans' old name. Come on now. But the rest of that, the first round panned out. Trae Young went 5th to the Mavericks. Muhammad Bamba, he went 6th round. He went 6th, not 6th round. He went 6th to the Magic. Wendell Carter went to the Bulls. Colin Sexton to the Cavs.
Nice pick.
Kevin Knox from Kentucky, power forward small forward. My bad. He went to the Knicks. And the round at the top 10. McCall Bridges, I think Michael and McCall Bridges, he went 10th from Villanova. He went to the 76ers. One ripple effect this is going to have throughout the league, particularly with the first couple of guys. Particularly the first 10, maybe like the first round, is just going to turn a lot of free agency come July 1st, specifically with LeBron.
So what you're saying is
Paul
LeBron
George.
not retiring?
It's strong. So they picked the Cavs picked up Colin Sexton, a point guard, something they need right now because LeBron can't run a point like that. That's not his strong suit. You know what I'm saying? He's a facilitator at the end of the day. I don't see that being enough to keep LeBron there unless they make the moves from cap space. I'm free up some extra cap space and give some folks that are there LeBron to work with. Like I don't see him staying there. And to add on to that, his son committed to to an academy school out there in LA.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you already know where he's going with that. So
right.
If his son's doing that, or maybe just like one of those bait and switch things, we'll figure out what's actually going on in come July 1st. He has until the 29th to make a decision. Then July 1st, he can start entertaining different teams and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Like I say, it's going to determine a lot for LeBron. It's going to determine a lot for Paul George. It's going to determine a lot for CP3 and whether if he's trying to get LeBron to come there with them in Houston. It's going to determine a lot with Philly, particularly because Philly picked up who they pick up. If I'm not mistaken, they picked up McCall Bridges from Villanova.
He got traded though.
Yeah, he got traded to the Suns. So now, it's one of those situations like, can LeBron create a team wherever he ends up going, or does the team have the cap space to put the right people around themselves? So it's guaranteed, like, you're going to be going to the finals. You got LeBron, which you put the right people around him, he going to make things happen. Obviously, he got this team to the finals. Like, give him the right tools he need around him, he can definitely get your team there.
I don't even want to talk about LeBron. You know what I want to talk about?
Who you going to talk about?
I want to talk about the Knicks, bro.
The Knicks, yeah. Who they pick up?
Of course I want to talk about the Knicks.
They picked up Kevin Knox.
I got on the shorts.
I feel you. I saw that coming.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. I jinxed all the Knicks fans, bro. I apologize. If every Knicks fan who wanted Michael Porter Jr. as much as I did to be a New York Knick, bro. Yeah. I blew it because I wore a pair of Denver Nuggets shorts the day of the draft.
I saw that, man. I saw your snap. You did.
And then guess where Michael Porter Jr. ended up getting drafted to?
What's that, man?
The Denver Nuggets.
Man.
Ain't that bad?
You jinxed it for him, man.
I fucked it all up.
You wore it into existence.
yeah, I guess so, man. It's horrible as that sounds. But hey, bro. Go and give me a early Rookie of the Year prediction, bro, out of the draft class.
Man, I don't. It's hard to do that now because a lot of players are doing the whole one and done situation. There were 3 Kentucky players who got drafted, if I'm not mistaken. It was maybe 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, who got drafted last week. So it's kind of hard to say right now. It's going to take some training camp, some summer league before I'll be able to really make a decision. Not everybody I feel like was ready to go to the draft. You know what I'm saying? Some people get that. They let that Kentucky climate dictate what they're gonna do. It's like Coach Cal, he produces an environment where he can do that. If you're a player going there, you're definitely going to the NBA. You're just making that pit stop and getting those extra tools you need before you make that next jump. But some of these other players who get like anxious in that situation, like, nah, you really can't do that because like that's a whole different environment, a whole different system that you're not even a part of. You can't make your decision based off of what's going on at a different school or with different athletes and stuff like that. So right now, I'm gonna hold off on making a decision because there have been some top 5 picks, top 5 draft picks who went bust. You know what I'm saying? And that's all because of that whole situation.
I wish I had a boo button. Boo, because you lame, bro. Look, if I had to go and pick somebody right now that I had to bet my money on, right now, this instant, I feel like the safest bet would be DeAndre Ayton.
Okay.
However, I don't feel like he's gonna win because there's so much talent in this draft class that I feel like somebody gonna sneak out and just outperform everybody. Me personally, I feel like that player can beat Kevin Knox, especially with Kristaps Porzingis being hurt. He probably won't be able to play again until like February. He'll have that time to basically be the Knicks offense, you know what I'm saying, and then get used to the NBA defense, you know what I'm saying, at his own pace, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like that'll probably give him an advantage because he really is a silent assassin. A lot of people sleep on Kevin Knox's game, and which is a major reason why I ain't even tripping that we drafted him instead of Michael Porter Jr. But other than that, probably him Aiden or Sexton. That's it.
Okay, yeah, because Sexton is going to the Cavs, and if he plays his cards right, you know what I'm saying. If LeBron leaves, it's an opportunity for him to shine when he gets there. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I just some of these after they go to the draft and they be shaky come going in like
that's true.
Like everybody game ain't NBA perfect. Like some of y'all got good defense, y'all need to work on y'all need to work on your offense and vice versa.
That's true. So
we,
Trae Young, T Breeze out here shooting slick shots at you, man. You need to be working on your defense. be working on your defensive slides.
Hey, not only that, man. This ain't no shade, but I was watching the draft. He thinning, man. Up top in the hair, he thinning a little bit. Like he might want to get some ball sleeve hair from men or something like that. Don't be LeBron before LeBron was LeBron. Man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's too soon, man. It's too soon. You just got drafted. I can already see your scalp, brother. You ain't even bending over.
Fool. Look, it's from all the stress, man, from NCAA making so much money off his ass.
Yeah, man, that's a whole other conversation.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, bro.
I get him, man. He ain't running the country like Obama was, but I understand that. I can deal with that.
Alright, man. So look, it's time for the rant. This is a more condensed version of it, though.
Very condensed.
T-Breeze, let people know about the origin of Trump's immigration policy.
So, what many people don't know, and this is a news story that recently was being reported. It's being reported right now by CNN and probably a couple of other news outlets as well. The current immigration policy that's been a real shit show for the Trump administration for the past week and a half, almost over 2 weeks now, almost. We're finding out that the policy behind it is really the brainchild of Trump's senior policy advisor Stephen Miller. Now, for those of you who think that name sounds familiar, it is. He's made headlines before about his engagement with the media at the White House when it comes to answering those questions about not only just his role but also the president, how he guides the president's policy decisions and things like that. He also had some of his time back in school, whether it be elementary, middle, high school, college, come up as well. They talked about his character and the things he would do and things like that, and how he was pro border control and making sure that our borders were secure, and he kind of held like his own trying to get things done at his school that's slow down whatever border issues they were having there at the time. When it comes to, especially when it came to people crossing the southern border. I also want to point out, it's real funny how we want to build a border, we want to build a wall at our southern border, but we're not trying to do the same at our northern border.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. I wonder. Yeah. So, for those,
sound like it may have something to do with
some melanin. But for those of you who don't know, Stephen Miller is a far right political activist, and he serves under the Trump's administration. He's his senior policy advisor, and he also was previously the communications director for Senator Jeff Sessions, who's currently the attorney general right now, who's currently on Trump's badge. Okay, so he's showing a pattern of his viewpoints about the people he works with, stuff like that. So we know Jeff Sessions is really tough on when it comes to particular crimes of when it comes to marijuana and enforcing drug laws and stuff like that. And Stephen Miller is just right up his alley when it comes to his pick and his far right conservative views and stuff like that. So when it comes to this immigration policy, Stephen Miller said that this is like a joint effort between him and the president when it comes to the way they go about it. Now, currently this week they decided to Trump signed some BS agreement to not separate families because they were actually breaking laws according to the UN, and that's where they kind of pulled out the UN's human rights council or something like that. So they kind of gave you a clue that they pulled out before they could really be checked on it about it. So and now we're at over like 2,000. I think it's over 2,500 kids have been separated from their families and stuff like that. And now at this point, the Trump administration don't know how they're going to get these kids back. And then they signed this piece of paper saying, well, we can't separate the families, but now we got it. It's going to be a slow process trying to figure out where these different kids are, how homes did they take them to? Because some of the kids went to New York and stuff like that. So now you got parents trying to find their kids. Then the parents who've been detained, who are actually facing criminal charges for crossing the border illegally. Now their children are going to be like, Lord, nobody knows. Like it's one big shit show. Like, and the Trump administration honestly is very much to blame for it. Like taking those kids away from their parents and then turning around like, all right, well, we're not going to separate you from your parents. However, we got to figure out what we're going to do with the kids we've already taken, which is over 2,500. So it's a weird line that they're told and stuff like that. For Melania to go down there this past week and trying to put the situation at ease or whatever, she actually kind of doused the flame a little bit with some Kings for Lighter fluid when she sit there with that jacket of "I really don't care, do you?" Come going to and from the meetings down at the border.
Just stupid.
Yeah, honestly, in my overall opinion, man, at the end of the day, this is like President, like they said, President Trump could have ended this long ago. He didn't have to enforce these policies the way he enforced them. His administration enforced them. Like it didn't have to go like this. Now, granted, Obama, he definitely did deport some of the most. I think he had the largest number of deportations in any current any like one of the last 3 or 4 presidents. So it's not like a comparison like, well, Obama didn't do it. He actually was a lot tougher on immigration laws. Right. However, at the time, but Obama didn't do what Trump is currently doing. He didn't rip families apart. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do these ICE raids and constantly, terrorize, keeping people in a state of, fear and frightened about, will I be able to go to work and not, get ICE agents come to my job and take me and deport me back to a country where I was trying to run from persecution or run from my family, members of my family having joined a gang or my whole family dies or things like that. People facing different reasons why they come into this country, and Trump is basically turning them away and saying like, your reason isn't valid enough for you to come to this country. So
your reason isn't valid enough.
Yeah, it's basically what it comes out like.
To come to this country.
Yeah, trying to come to a country where you're free, you can make your own living and create opportunities for yourself. No, that's not a valid enough reason. Well, how about I'm getting killed in my country and they're talking about murdering and hanging and cutting off body parts and all these other different things. That's not valid enough. Well, I want my kids to have a better education. That's not valid enough. Well, I want this for my child. Well, that's not valid enough. So what's going to be the valid argument? It's something. When we're going to reach that valid argument, it's like, all right, cool, you can come. So, it's a tricky subject. It's a weird
ass backwards.
It's ass backwards and like it's a whole shit show. And me sitting trying to divulge the whole situation, trying to be able to explain it, is a task within itself because it's a policy that wasn't being asked to be acted upon. Like it was like he could have killed that whole noise and just shut that whole situation down, but he didn't. And now we found out that it's really Stephen Miller's behind it. So we're in a weird situation. We're like, well, we have the president is really the people around him are really the ones who are helping him make those decisions, and they know it, so they can enact their own personal beliefs and judgments and values onto the president through policies and laws and make those changes. And this thing, it's purge 20. It's the first purge, and it's July 4th, and they come straight to Niggerville, USA, for real.
Intriguing.
Yeah, we next. But if this thing though, they would deport us, but we ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah. Speaking of us, did you hear or see the video of Fox News reporter Rachel Campus Duffy, who had some strong remarks about African Americans and their beliefs on these detention centers?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh, wow.
The border, the detention centers are far safer than the journey that these children just came on. And I will say this, people aren't stupid. I spoke to some African Americans who say, gosh, the conditions of the detention center are better than some of the projects that I grew up in. People are looking at this and saying, let's not smear our border patrol. They're trying to do the best they can. These children were brought here under horrible, irresponsible circumstances.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that correctly. She said that these detention centers, she said that black people, African Americans themselves, told her, gosh, the conditions of these detention centers are better than the conditions of the projects I grew up in.
The fact that she thinks we're going to believe that her, a news correspondent or news anchor, whatever she is, at Fox, knows African American people. Now, I'm not saying she don't. There's a high degree that she actually does it. Knows African American people who said that to her. No, I don't buy that at all.
Yeah, meaning
at all. However, I will say this.
Somebody does though. What you said.
Yeah, that's true. I will say that she did make a point that the journey to where they're currently at the detention centers is a lot dangerous than actually being at the detention center. That I can't be honest, because you're talking about wilderness, animals, desert heat, dehydration, pneumonia, walking pneumonia, trench foot, like all those different things that come into play when you're making a hundreds of mile journey between your home country and coming to the United States. That's true. However, the one thing between the projects and this detention center, families weren't ripped apart. Families that didn't happen. It didn't happen against their will. If it did, it was other circumstances that may have prevented situations like that, like the school to prison pipeline, or mass incarceration, or the war on drugs, which had nothing to do with African Americans except for trying to beat down the community. So that was just bad judgment on her part. She should have really rethought that situation before she let that fly out her mouth like that.
Yeah, maybe she didn't think that all the way through.
No, they never do. That's why they Fox News.
Sound about right, bro. That sound about right. But let's go ahead and transition into the Black Twitter Super Bowl.
So today
the BET Awards.
Yeah, it's Black Twitter Super Bowl.
Before we even get started, bro, you planning on tuning in?
I was like, it's the BET Awards. It's nothing big. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, But then I thought back this past year we've had as being black people, being people of fashion and music and art and communicate, all those different things, all those different ways we are the way we are. And I went down the list of awards and then categories and all those different things, and I was like, oh, well, I might actually have to tune in because there's a lot going on. It's like some of the categories are like the best female and male R&B pop artists. So for the females, we got Beyonce, SZA, her, Rihanna, and Kehlani. We already know where it's going.
Beyonce won.
Yeah, so definitely, if anything, SZA may be a far distant second in that situation.
Yeah.
And for the men, we got Bruno Mars, Chris Breezy, The Weeknd, Khalid, and Daniel Caesar. That's it's just one of those interesting ones. Best rap group, we already know who's going. It's the category they have Migos, A Tribe Called Quest, NERD, Ray Sherman, and Chloe Haley. Like, we already know where it's going. Walk it like I talk it. Let's keep it pushing. To be very honest about it. Best male hip hop artist, they got Drake, Kendrick, DJ Khaled. Why? That's the real question. Why is DJ Khaled in this? Let's keep it pushing. And they also got Jay-Z and J. Cole.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we gonna rewind, but
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. We the best. Yeah, him. He made it in there. The whole producer made it in there. I've yet to hear him drop a verse.
Me neither.
Ad libs cool, beats cool, production on point.
Best hip hop art.
Yeah, cute song. I give him that too, but best male hip hop artist. Now people saying that it's really a toss up between Drake and Kendrick, but I think they really counted. They not counting in Jay-Z because Jay-Z's 444 was like it was popping. But DJ
Jay-Z fuck around and win now.
Yeah, he might fuck around and actually win and not be there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But DJ Khaled, that's like the anomaly. Like the fact that your name is DJ Khaled, like you don't even have like.
You know what's fucked up? He'll fuck around and win.
Yeah. So in best female hip hop artists, they got Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma, Dej Loaf, and Rhapsody.
Well, Cardi B won.
Cardi B definitely won. You know what I'm saying? So video. Now this is
now it's starting to look like okay. Well,
yeah. Now this has been a rising category the past couple of years. You know, the Video of the Year award, and right now they got Drake up there for God's Plan, Cardi B up there for Bodak Yellow, Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B for Finesse, DJ Khaled and Rihanna and Bryson Tiller with Wild Thoughts, and Kendrick Lamar with Humble featuring Migos and Drake.
Migos and Drake.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
like I talked.
Yeah, my bad. Thanks for catching that. But yeah, it's a it's gonna be, man. It's just interesting. They got Gospel Inspiration Awards. Like the Best Actress Award. I'll be honest with you, the Best Actress and the Best Actor Awards. The categories, the people who are up for nominations, it's really stacked against all the females and all the males. Because for the females, they got Tiffany Haddish, Letitia Nyong'o, Issa Rae, Latita Wright, Taraji P. Henson, and they gonna put Angela Bassett in there. Why would you do that? And then for the Best Actor Award, Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Donald Glover, Sterling Brown, and they got Daniel Kaluuya. But they also gonna put Denzel Washington in there. Denzel, I'm gonna move on.
I'm so confused, fool.
I'm gonna move on because why would you do that? That's like a dangling, like, you gotta be better than that type shit. Like, come on, like you knew what you was doing.
It's like, oh well, y'all ain't better than him, so y'all not gonna.
Yeah, exactly. So they got Best Movie Award. they got Black Panther, Girls Trip, A Wrinkle in Time, Detroit, Mudbound. A Wrinkle in Time was a good movie, but it came out, in my opinion, at the wrong time. It was like
we already know what movie won.
Yeah,
based off the simple fact that the theme of the show is Black Honda.
Yeah, come on,
come on, guys.
Jamie Foxx got a whole commercial out.
Can we be real? Let's be real.
Let's be real.
That shit was lazy as hell.
Yeah.
Black Honda.
Hold on, what you talking about?
Black Honda.
Where would that come from?
Wakanda.
I know where it came from. Is it
like that's the theme for tonight's BET Awards?
Oh.
Did you not see the commercial with Jamie Foxx?
I did. I saw the commercial. It was just, I thought, it was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. But if that's the whole thing, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot, man.
Hopefully I'm wrong. We'll see in a couple minutes.
It's a Bob for Apple type situation. Like, what's in there, Bob? What's in there, buddy?
We'll see what's up in a couple minutes.
Now out of all the categories, this was the easiest one. And it was the Sportswoman of the Year award, and they got nominated. They got Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Skylar Diggins Smith, Candace Parker, and Elena Myers Taylor. Now here's my thing: all these women do great things in sports. They're top of their game. Mm-hmm. But Serena Williams got this in the bag. Yeah. I'm sorry. She has it in the bag. There's no discussion or question about it. If she don't get it, there is something wrong with people's eyes, minds, and ears. Like, this lady just had a whole child and came back and having to work from the bottom up to get to a title. Like, it's not even for this. That's literally not even for discussion. Not at all. Album of the Year is one of the biggest awards given. Right now, like I said, they got Kendrick up there for Damn. They got SZA up there for Control. Jay-Z for 444. And Migos for Culture 2.
What the fuck?
If Migos win, I'm gonna slap somebody silly because Migos, because beyond
and Culture 2 was trash, bro.
Yeah, Culture 1 was popping. Culture 2, y'all know what the hell y'all put out. Y'all know what y'all put out. Straight garbage, for real. So don't even no.
And they got Black Panther album.
Yeah, they got the Black Panther soundtrack, and then DJ Khaled.
Great. Why is we giving DJ Khaled nominations?
I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. Like, you're a DJ Khaled. We the best. You had it. Like, come on. You're asking for too much. You really are.
I ain't gonna say this.
Like, to me, you're just asking for too much. But yeah, man, that's kind of how it's rolled. Those are the categories and the awards I'm looking out for, man. I'm excited.
You think Twitter gonna be going ham tonight, man?
I don't know, because we predicted, you can predict who probably gonna win a lot of these awards based on how the year was going.
Yeah.
But it may jump. You know what I'm saying?
Based on some performances or something.
Yeah, based off some performances, exactly. That might get some attention. You know what I'm saying? But some of these awards, you already know where they're going. There's no question about it. Like, one thing about black folks, we're real honest about our shit. If you're talented, we're gonna support you. If you're not,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you if the right people behind you will support you, because you can have all the talent in Kanye, and you can say something stupid and lose it.
Well, that's the truth for you.
That is the truth for that ass.
Alright, so look, man, let's go ahead and get into the topic for today's episode. The social media mental riots. Are we desensitized to tragedy? In today's media craze, the internet is overflowing with tons of information, facts, opinions, and at its worst, it also brings tragedy to the forefront of our timelines and news feeds, usually unfiltered, uncensored, and raw. From terrorist attacks, school shootings, plane crashes, executions, assassinations of ambassadors, statesmen, or the killing of a young black male here in America by a police officer, it all comes to our phone screens. In the death of XXXTentacion last Monday, his lifeless body slumped over in his car while people videotaped and posted to social media with complete disregard for those family members, friends, and other loved ones who have yet to know what was going on, or having to see those images now burn into their brains on replay. Social media has made us desensitized to the tragedy that sometimes comes with the human experience. With so much information out there now that we are all globally connected, we can't even have time to grieve one tragedy before another one is in the news. What has social media done to us, T-Breeze? Goddamn.
It's good, man. It's good. It's always good to go down.
Yeah.
Go down memory.
Yeah. T to the VA.
Man, it's crazy because I myself try to, be mindful about how much I'm on social media. And I'm a communications major. I'll be trying to make sure like I'm not getting sucked in, and because it's a lot of it's a lot. Like I remember I was in class when we found out Prince was dead. Mm-hmm. Like I was in class in a communications class, and we went into journalist mode. We fact checking and making sure and try to get credible sources.
Right.
And within like 3 minutes, it was confirmed that Prince died. And for something like that to happen, then you got celebrities dying. Like a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago, Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, and then Anthony Bourdain committed suicide. And last week with the XXXTentacion situation, like
Jimmy Wapo got shot too.
Yeah. Like it was a double shooting in that situation. If I'm not mistaken, it was like it's so much that happens that you wouldn't hear about. You know what I'm saying? If it was 15 years ago, but because we're globally connected and got those devices in our hands and in our laps, being a laptop or whatever. Like you never know. Like it's constant. Like with the hurricane season when it comes through, when Texas got hit and then Puerto Rico got hit and then Florida getting ready to get hit, or another part of the United States. It's like you don't even have time to grieve. You get grievers fatigue about the situation to the point where I want to donate to this one, but there's this one, then there's this one, then there's this one. Or in a situation when an ambassador got shot and his wife was there. And those pictures was all over social media. And the questions get asked in classes that we take, communications, like, was it appropriate for the newspaper or the news publication to release a photo and put it on the front page of his lifeless body laying on the ground while the gunman stands over him, waving a gun and yelling in a foreign language and stuff like that. So it's, I ask people I know who are older than me, 15, 20 years older than me, I ask them, like, and they say, our generation is in a tougher situation because we get all the information all at once. He said their generation grew up, they didn't get all it at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't straight up in their face, dead bodies on front pages and on computer screens and all those different things. Like, it wasn't in their face every day, all day, constantly, continuously. And to the point where you get, like we said, you get desensitized to a point where, like, you see somebody die in the street or you see a video, like, you're not even affected by it the way you really should be because you didn't see it on your social media feed and timelines and news feeds all day, every day.
Right.
So
I ain't gonna lie, I can't remember dude's name, but I think it had took place in Brooklyn, New York. You know, a guy was mistakenly beat up by like five men because some girl basically went to her like older brother and was like, this dude basically had sex with her, you know, and they was basically on the, like, put a hit out on the little boy, but they ended up getting the wrong boy, you know what I'm saying, like, and killing the wrong boy in front of outside the gas station.
Oh, you talking about that stabbing?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah.
They got all their faces though.
Yeah,
it was like 5 or 6 of those guys. They got every last one of their faces, you know.
Man, but like it's just the fact that I have to watch something like that every week. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, what are our priorities as people sometimes? You know what I'm saying?
Like in the news lately, in like top news companies like CNN, MSNBC, sometimes Fox, depending on what they would decide to report on. I've learned that when you have those conversations, like I've heard Anderson Cooper talk about it, I've heard Don Lemon talk about it, I've heard, even though she's not directly in news, she's always on there. Angela Rye talks about it, and those people constantly in journalism or in communications who talk about this type of news, and they get that hard news, and it gets draining to a point where it's like you need to take a moment and just like take a step back, because it's so much negative out there when it's hurricanes, when it's tornado season, when it's police shootings, when it's, you know, stuff in government, when it's stuff with the president, the White House, right. When there's things in different other countries, or like the situation at the border. It's so much negative out there to the point where they themselves get desensitized to the point, and next thing you know, they're able to, all right, whatever, let's get the new story over with, or what's next, or what, and they don't even have time to process what even themselves are reporting on, and it's a continuous cycle, and that'll make it to our news feeds, and it will be even more desensitized to it, because we see they are desensitized to it, and it continues a continuous cycle of, you know, phone in hand, tragedy in hand at the same time. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see the deaths. You're gonna see the people. You're gonna see the whole situation unfolded, and it's not gonna be pretty. And you're gonna ask yourself, what can I do? And it's gonna put yourself in a more disposition where you're asking yourself, am I doing anything? You know what I'm saying? Or do I do anything, or do I don't do anything? Or if I do something, will it be enough? Or will it make the difference that it should be making? And honestly, there's no right or wrong way to answer that question. It's just a matter of, you know, trying to control your own emotional responses to it, but also understanding that being desensitized to it is not normal. You know, it's right. It's not at all.
So how do you suggest people grapple? You know, grapple these certain situations that can happen. So, for example, if they begin to realize that they're seeing one too many of people that look just like them getting shot, you know what I'm saying, on their social media timelines, what should they do in order to cope with the fact that this is going on, or with the fact that they are consuming this?
Well, in my honest opinion, it's being able to have those conversations about it with the people around you, having those open and honest conversations about how you're feeling about it, how and also the same, and being able to receive how other people feel about the situation, and then moving forward in a way that, though you can grieve, though it may not be you may not necessarily know the person, you can grieve in a way that it allows you to let that out, because you don't want to put yourself in a position where, like, for example, you know, there was a kid, I can't think of his name right now, I think his name is Antoine, I can't think of his last name right now, but he got shot. He got shot running away from the police.
I know what you're talking about.
And now that whole situation is making national news coverage right now.
Sad.
And being able to, you know, if you're a parent, being able to talk to your kids about it, or being someone in college who's away from home and potentially may run into situations like that, like being able to understand how that situation affects you indirectly, and how it can determine how you move about, you know what I'm saying? I know situations like that. Like, I came to college 2 weeks after Michael Brown got shot and killed. Like, and that was a tough situation for my mom because she was at the time she was concerned about because she knew I was coming to UT. I was coming to UT Knoxville. This is you know what I'm saying. We a couple just over a little bit over 100 miles away from Pulaski, Tennessee. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's crazy. So coming to school, my mom was like, she was like, are you gonna be okay? Make sure you get you some friends and that you can trust and all those good things. I told her like, I'm gonna be fine, but also I gotta remind myself, you know, I'm a big black dude, you know what I'm saying. So I'm already like their fear sets in for some people when they see me or when they see me walking in there, when they see me walking just period. I have to be mindful of that. Like I tell my friends all the time, I don't have to remind myself that I'm black because campus is going to do that before I get a chance to. I'm always a student here, and I'm always me. And then when I get into classes or I get into certain situations, the situation or the people in that situation remind me that I'm black and I got to act accordingly to a certain extent.
That's fucked up. So you said acting accordingly. I want to touch on that real quick. What does that entail?
Acting in a way that won't get your ass shot, man. Like prime example. It was a year ago. I walked to work from my apartment. My apartment is about a good ways away from where I actually work at. And I walked to work. It was middle of the night too. It was almost midnight. Walked to work. Realized I left my phone charger. I needed my phone charger because it was late at night. Because I was gonna get off at 4, and I was about to walk back at 4 a.m. So I was gonna definitely call the link to come get me. So I got to work early. So I said I got enough time to go back to my apartment, go get my charger, come back to work. I'm walking fast, briskly walking. I have this giant black bubble coat that I wear. It's a fashionable bubble coat. I don't wear just be around here wearing bubble coats. Yeah, I'm walking back, and I'm passing Laurel, and a police officer pulls into the Laurel's drive, and I was on the phone too, and I really wasn't even paying attention to the situation at first. But you know, and he gets out the car and he's like, "Hey, so stop." And I ain't even talking to me. I'm like, I'm thinking he's gonna be somebody behind me, and then he gets in front of me, tells me to hang up the phone, and like stops me in my tracks. Like, where you going? Like somebody, you know, he said something about they saw some black guy in Fisher a description that's been walking up and down in front of the building. And I'm sitting there, I said, couldn't be, because I just left my job to go back home and get my charger. They literally know where I'm going. You can call them and ask them, you know, over at Massey. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He was like, no, I ain't gonna do that. I was like, to be honest with you, I don't know what to tell you then, because I live down there. I walk to work, needed my charger, walk back. Anybody saying I'm walking up and down this building, walking up and down in front of this building, honestly, it's fear mongering, or you just looking for a reason to stop me at this point. So I go home, get my charger, go back to work, and I tell my coworkers and the hall director who were, I was like, hey, like, I just got stopped by the police, you know, saying that, you know, I fit the description of whoever, you know what I'm saying, they were looking for at the time. I don't know, he was trying to have a bad night, and even actually for my student ID and shit like that. So it was just, in that moment, I didn't even realize it, like, the dynamic that I was even in until like after the fact. I was in there like I was really in one of those situations. It's like, damn, you could have, like, if you didn't act a certain way, you could have ended up either in the back of that car or on your back on the ground with a sheet over you, potentially not knowing the situation. And I also want to point out, it was damn near midnight when it happened too. So
wow. So
that's why when I say acting in court, that's what I mean, like making sure you can walk away without more holes than you came into the situation with, or more jewelry than you came in with. And I'm talking about them wrist bracelets that they put on you.
Yeah. Damn. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
It's fucked up world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. It's fucked up world we live in. But hey, be the change that you want to see in the world.
Yeah. Don't let this conversation scare you. Like, at the end of the day, you live your life the way you want to live it. if it's positive though, for real.
Yeah.
We ain't condoning,
Yeah, we not condoning shenanigans.
we ain't condoning no Frank Lucas behavior. Like you by yourself on that.
No bullshit.
But yeah, don't let the conversation scare you. Be able to have the conversation, be able to talk about it, and be able to learn from it rather than, hiding from it. You know what I'm saying? And act like it's not there. And every now and then, put your damn phone down. Call somebody. Don't text them. Call somebody. You might be able to actually get that girl number if you don't slide in her DMs. If you slide in the booth with her. Don't slide in the DM. Slide in the booth with her and talk to her. Because I'm telling you, this DM stuff, man, y'all ain't got no social skills, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man, ain't shit to walk up to a girl and just introduce yourself.
Yeah, excuse me, miss. What's your name? Where are you from?
I saw you from across the room.
Yeah. And possibly can.
And I gotta admit that you got my attention.
Alright, we gotta pay for the rest of it now.
Tune in to the next episode of Stoked for next week.
Stoked! Yeah.
Alright, well, for real, we're gonna go ahead and sign out this month. My name is New Paper Nick, as always. To my left this time,
we back at it.
Like it was supposed to be originally. But
T-Breeze hot like 500 degrees. Man.
And maybe, I can't make no promises. Peso might be back next week.
Yeah. But Peso, what was this? Ask Peso next week?
Ask Peso, I don't know. I can't make no promises. You know?
Hey, give me your Twitter and your Instagram, man, in case they want to follow you, man. Let them know where you be at, what you be doing.
I mean, okay, if you're listening right now, you can follow me at New Paper Nick on Instagram and Twitter. TA to the BA. I mean, T-Breeze, you want to tell them where to follow you at, though?
Man, you can follow me on Instagram at phenomenal_primo, or you can follow me on Twitter at bring_debase. That's BRING_DABASS.
Yeah. We out this motherfucker. We were gonna be back next week. Hey, we got a lot coming. We got a lot
coming?
I don't know what the hell I just said. I really don't know what I just said. But we got a lot of ideas, a lot of new movements coming in store for y'all. We can't wait to share for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just be on the lookout and continue to support the podcast and the moves. And yeah, we wish more life to you. This is Stoked Information, the podcast. Stay stoked.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Paper. I'm getting new paper over here. Getting brand new paper over here. I'm getting new paper over here. Getting brand new paper over here. I'm getting new paper over here. Getting brand new paper over here. I'm getting new paper over here. Getting brand new paper over here. All this money coming in my way. Fuck what a hater even gotta say. Me, myself, and I cruise down the highway. Pulled up to the bank, I walk right out with 100K. New money, blue hundreds, no, I ain't running from it. That foreign currency from doing shows across the country. Case an emergency, I got some old money stash. Wish my niggas seen how far we came and make me sad. R.I.P. Damn, money make a nigga happy, but some niggas mad at me. Hoes calling me the dab daddy, trend set the fashion. Dab daddy, new money coming in every day, that's a satisfaction. This is the answer to what you keep asking. I'm getting